15 Toxic Foods We Like to Eat. Hello and welcome to Health Solution. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for our future updates. It is quite hard to make you believe that most of your favorite fruits and vegetables contains poison in smaller percentage. But excessive consumption may result in sickness or fatality. Here the list of 15 toxic food we love to eat. Number 1. Puffer fish. Puffer fish is the second most poisonous vertebrate in the world. Its internal organs and skin contains highly poisonous tetrodotoxin. Surprisingly, puffer fish still used as a food item in China, Japan, and Korea. The awful recipe is called as fugu in Japan. Only the specially trained chefs have the rights to cook and serve fugu dish. It is quite hard to qualify in testing to deal with puffer fish. More than 70% of tests end with death of trainees. Puffer fish contains toxic elements 100 times than that of cyanides. One puffer fish itself enough to kill up to 30 people. The consumption of puffer fish without taking precautions result in decreasing of blood pressure, vomiting, stop the body from taking breath and end up with death. In some cases the toxin of puffer fish paralyzes the body or it causes coma. Number 2. Elderberry. Elderberry trees are very attractive and quite large. They are covered with thousands of tiny flowers which have a delicate scent. The flowers are used mainly for making elderflower liqueur and soda. Sometimes the flowers are eaten after being battered and deep fried. But beneath the pretty surface lurks danger. The roots and some other parts of the elderberry tree are highly poisonous and will cause severe stomach problems. So next time you decide to pick some elderberry flowers for eating, be sure to eat just the flowers. Number 3. Rhubarb. Rhubarb is an underrated plant which grows all around the world. Rhubarb have wide leaves and long stems. It is used along with many dishes as an enhancement, also used as dye and for medicinal purposes. Leaves of rhubarb contain large amounts of oxalic acids which cause many diseases and even fatality. Bloody urine, vomiting, tremors, diarrhea is the common signs that seen by the consumption of rhubarb leaves. But its stem is out of toxic elements and can be used for making different dishes. Number 4. Potatoes. Potatoes have appeared in our history books since their introduction to Europe in the 16th century. Unfortunately, they appear largely due to crop failure and severe famine, but they will be forever the central vegetable of most Western families' daily diet. Potatoes contain poison in the stems and leaves and even in the potato itself if left to turn green. The green is due to a high concentration of the glycoalkaloid poison. Potato poisoning is rare, but it does happen from time to time. Death normally comes after a period of weakness and confusion, followed by a coma. The majority of cases of death by potato in the last 50 years in the USA have been the result of eating green potatoes or drinking potato leaf tea. Number 5. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are found as a fruit in many places and used as an enhancement in many dishes. Tomatoes are a member of nightshade family. Majority of members of nightshade family are toxic in nature due to presence of alkaloids. The stem and leaves of tomatoes contain the same toxic element. That is why the leaves of tomatoes are not available in commercial market. Number 6. Castor oil. Castor oil is widely used in food items and medicines. It is a perfection remedy for wrinkles, hair loss, removing corns and other skin problems. It is also used along with candies, chocolates and other foods for children. Castor oil is carefully prepared from castor beans by pressing them. But it is to be keep in mind that castor beans contain resin which is too poisonous. Castor oils are prepared in factories without much care by taking many precautions. The better thing you have to do is avoid handling of castor beans. Number 7. Mushrooms. We have all heard of toadstools and know that they are poisonous, but what many people don't know is that a toadstool is actually a mushroom, not a separate type of plant. Toadstool is slang for poisonous mushroom. While there are some useful signs that a mushroom is poisonous, they are not consistent, and all mushrooms of unknown origin should be considered dangerous to eat. Some of the things you can look for to try to determine whether a mushroom is poisonous are: it should have a flat cap with no bumps, it should have pink or black gills. Poisonous mushrooms often have white gills, and the gills should stay attached to the cap, not the stalk, if you pull it off. But remember, while this is generally true of many types of mushroom, it is not always true. Not all mushrooms are dangerous, some are actually delicious. Number 8. Cherries. Cherries are widely used in many drinks and ice creams. Like apple seeds, cherry pits also contain cyanide compounds. Unlike apple seeds, the chances for cherry pits consumption is higher. In fact, it tastes good. The poison only released from crushed cherry seeds. In case of crushing, poisoning will occur and cyanide elements disable the ability of blood and transportation of oxygen. The presence of cyanide within your blood also lead to headache, anxiety and rise in blood pressure. Number 9. Almonds. Almonds are one of the highly nutritious and widely used nuts in the world. Adding almonds to your daily diet list will increase your energy level and immunity. But you must wisely choose the right almonds to make it as a perfectly balanced food. There are 2 types of almonds. The first one is bitter and another one is sweeter, later one do the best for you. The bitter almond is poisonous when it is in raw form. It contains glycosidiamygdalin. When you eat such bitter raw almond it turns into hydrogen cyanide. It is estimated that every single bitter almonds contains 6 mg of hydrogen cyanide. 100 mg of such hydrogen cyanide has enough power to kill you. In United States government banned the importing of raw almonds after detecting the presence of poisonous elements. But many countries still continue to exporting bitter almonds to many parts of the world. You can clean off the poisonous elements of raw almonds by heating process. Number 10. Apple. Actually not the fruit, it is the seeds of apple lead poisonous effect. Apple is a member of rose family, its seed contains little amount of cyanide. High amount of apple seed consumption leads many side effects. Apple seeds are naturally covered through a coating that will protect you from the side effects. But it is better to remove that parts while having apple. Only the fruity part of apple contain right vitamins. Number 11. Lima beans. Lima beans have high level of cyanide which only with cooking goes away. Therefore lima beans should be always cooked thoroughly without a lid so that the poison can escape as gas and the cooking water should always be drained. There are restrictions about commercially grown lima bean cyanide levels in the US, so you are more than likely to be on the safe side. Similarly to lima beans, raw kidney beans are also poisonous. Always soak the beans in water for at least 5 hours before cooking. Number 12. Nutmeg. Nutmeg has several health benefits. It is a folk remedy for sleep, warmed milk with nutmeg, and also great to prevent common digestive problems. However, nutmeg is also a hallucinogenic. Already 0.3 ounces can bring on uncomfortable symptoms, including vomiting, headache, and hallucinations. Number 13. Tuna. What makes tuna dangerous is the mercury that the fish absorbs. For children and pregnant women it is not recommended to consume tuna at all. It is unlikely to cause problems even if you eat tuna very often, but it's a good idea to monitor your tuna consumption. Keep in mind that there are 2 main kinds of canned tuna, chunk light or chunk white, albacore. Albacore's mercury levels are almost 3 times higher than the smaller ones, used in most canned light tuna. Number 14. Cassava. Cassava, also known as tapioca, also contains cyanide which is a deadly compound when consumed. Cassava cyanide content is fairly high. Already 2 cassava roots can contain a fatal dose. The roots must be peeled and thoroughly cooked before consumption. Sadly, cyanide poisoning cases in developing countries occur from time to time. Number 15. Ackee. Ackee is the national fruit of Jamaica. It has a mild taste and a creamy texture and often cooked with saltfish. The fruit when it's unripe contains a poison called hypoglycin, which causes acute vomiting and can lead to coma or death. It can only be safely consumed when the pods turn red and then the fruit opens naturally. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.